winning teams, 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still ballin' like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah.
Today, from Buffalo Bills Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, it's the AFC Wildcard round on EA Sports. We'll see Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills taking on Phillip Rivers and the Indianapolis Colts.
Playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at Bills Stadium here in Orchard Park. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Colts ready to go to work here offensively, and it is Phillip Rivers, their veteran quarterback and longtime Charger, who will be under center.
And what an important January in the start of this run for him, because that phrase, a sense of urgency, he feels it. At this stage in his career, he's done everything an individual can do. The one thing that's eluded him, a Super Bowl title, and he wants that desperately for himself and his team.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. And, Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out.
A ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Open man is Trey Burton.
Rivers.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Colts.
Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. It's Josh Allen that'll be orchestrating the offense, a 6'5" quarterback from Wyoming.
And, of course, it's been mentioned all week in the run-up to the game, but guess what? We're going to say it again. Normally the number 2 seed, they get to sit at home and watch this game because they would have gotten an open week, a bye week, and gotten ready to play in the next one. But now they have to play the number 7 seed, and we know that's a dangerous game. Are they good enough to win it? Should they win it? Of course. But we also understand they're going to need a big performance from the quarterback in order to advance.
Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. Julian Blackman bringing him down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Singletary, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 40.
Throwing now is Allen. And that is incomplete.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And you know, a lot of talk about these 2 versus 7 games this year in the playoffs, something that we've never had before. And this one of now 6 games on Wildcard weekend. But, you know, we've seen the 6 seed in the past make a run, Charles, so why not the number 7 seed?
And I'm still getting used to hearing 2 versus 7. You know, it's still taking me a little bit of time to get comfortable with it, but that's a great point that you just made. 6 seeds have made big runs in the playoffs, have run themselves all the way to the Super Bowl. I don't think there's much difference between a 6 and a 7, so we could see the same thing with this new playoff system.
Indianapolis.
His first carry. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They go play action. Rivers. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Jerry Hughes. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And that sack leaves Rivers and the Colts with a 3rd and long. From the gun, Rivers looking deep for Hilton. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And, of course, you know, you wondered who would be that team this year to get the number 2 seed because, remember, as we all know in the past, they'd be home on the couch right now. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Following the interception here, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. And Oliver gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Second down.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a second down coming up. Working out of the gun, Rivers. This one into the hands of Burton.
Rivers pass.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
35 yards that time on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And he stopped immediately there. Tavon Wilson up to make the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 26.
On the counter, this is Singletary. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
This defense is really thrown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really...
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. DeForest Buckner drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. From the gun, it's Allen. And that is going to be incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. He'll start with a give to Taylor. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 37-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Rivers. He's got Burton here. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run to the first with Taylor. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch.
They reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. He's going deep for Brown. And this one is incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And that'll bring up second down.
Xavier Rhodes on the coverage.
Throwing again. Allen. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Allen trying to hurry everybody up to the line of scrimmage. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And again, it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. John Brown there to make the grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return, Tremont Smith. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
The Colts take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Connecting with Burton here over the middle. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, Rivers. Underneath to the tight end, Burton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Rivers. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Final play of the half, Rivers. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we're at halftime. halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Meanwhile, nothing settled in our wild card game. It's a tight one as we get ready for the third quarter. Standing by to take you the rest of the way, let's get it back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Andre Roberts now to return it. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And the Bills are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And they're going to stop him here short of the goal line with the flag down. Well, this could set up a very interesting decision. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
All day, just like that. Just like that. 31's the mark. Push it back. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Jim.
On 2nd down, Singletary. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you. 31's the mark. Watch the run.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Then he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bills will add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Rodgers on the return. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Phillip Rivers, he is the focal point of our players' spotlight now. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
First down, Colts.
Rivers on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You can't just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
They'll run on first down. Singletary. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
On just about every team, okay, forget it. On every team, the goal is to be in third and what they call manageable, to give yourself a chance to pick up a first down. How about that call on second down? The big man puts them in position to make it third and manageable. I wonder if they'll get a second chance at it to try and pick up the first down.
The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
On for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
A gain of 13.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Rivers on the money, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, 43 yards. And the Colts have got it back to a one-score game. And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention with this quick strike offense.
I thought you weren't going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did.
For Indianapolis.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return. The Bills take over 1st and 10.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
That's the end.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Bills
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as
I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, Singletary. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Under 10, under 10, 10.
They will run with Singletary. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45.
He was brought down at the 45.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, go into pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. On the return, it's Rodgers. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now another drive coming for Phillip Rivers and the Colts. Well, the situation very simple here. Late game, down 7. They've got to get it in the end zone.
And the best players know how to be calm in these situations because you know right now his pulse is like a jackhammer. So how does he rein it in, make sure the team has a little bit.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. And Oliver picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack on first down, Rivers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Rivers. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Allen. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Allen to throw. And this is caught. So he fakes the spike and they get the touchdown. Stephon Diggs there to make the grab. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Rivers gets set to lead this offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. Just over 1:40 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. A first down throw here for Rivers. Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield.
Rivers pass.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up on the off-road corner, Josh Norman.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Corey Willis. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
Micah Hyde on coverage.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Here's Singletary. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.